everyone, and welcome to the television show Space News. I am your host, Megan Scott, and today I am going to be discussing some exciting advancements in the world of space. Today we will be discussing the first telescope observatory named after a woman, the Vera Rubin Observatory. This is an exciting and monumental time in history. On January 6, 2021, the National Science Foundation announced that the Large Synoptic Survey Telescope would be renamed the Vera C. Rubin Observatory after a notable and accredited female scientist. This observatory is located in Cerro Pachon, Chile, and is currently under construction. The observatory is expected to be fully operational by 2022 and includes an 8.4-meter telescope, a 3200 megapixel camera, and its own data processing system. But before we dive into the observatory, let's talk more about Vera Rubin herself. Vera Rubin was born in 1928 in Philadelphia and moved to Washington when she was about 10 years of age. From a young age, she experienced barriers to pursuing her love of astronomy. Despite these challenges, she obtained a master's degree from Cornell University and graduated in 1951. Eventually, she obtained her PhD from Georgetown University. Despite these obstacles she faced throughout her education, she was determined to continue her studies. It looks like we have a viewer question now.
What was Vera Rubin's main focus of her research?
Vera Rubin focused a large portion of her research on studying galaxy rotation rates and dove deeper into the paradox between the predicted angular motion of galaxies and the observed motion through studying galaxy rotation curves. She uncovered the issue that galaxies are rotating so fast they would fly apart if the gravity of the stars was the only thing that was bounding them together. However, since the galaxies were not flying apart, a large amount of unseen mass must be holding them together. Through her studies and research, her calculations established that galaxies must contain, at the minimum, 10 times as much dark mass as can be accounted for by the visible stars. It looks like we have another viewer question.
How did Vera Rubin discover the existence of dark matter?
Excellent question. Let's take a trip to Arizona to discuss this further. Rubin's observations all began in Arizona in early 1963 at the Kitt Peak Observatory. Rubin thoroughly observed the spectra of the stars in the Andromeda galaxy in order to determine their velocity. It was the first time in obtaining successful measurements of the rotation curve, which indicates how fast the galaxy's stars rotate around its center. Based on Rubin's observations, she had discovered the rotation curve was flat, which meant that all of the stars in the outer spirals of the galaxy were orbiting at the same speed of stars that were close to the center. Looks like we have another viewer question.
Why was this observation so important and perplexing?
This observation was so important because it previously challenged astronomers' understanding of the universe. The core of a spiral galaxy has the highest concentration of visible stars, so astronomers had previously assumed that most of the mass and therefore gravity would also be concentrated in the center as a result. Therefore, it was expected that the farther away a star is from the center of the galaxy, the slower the orbital speed should be. However, when Rubin and her colleague began making observations, the stars in the outer regions had the same orbital speed as the stars that were closer to the center. The stars in the outer orbits were orbiting at speeds so fast they technically should have flown apart. The mass of the visible stars was simply not enough to hold the galaxy together, which meant something else was going on. This meant that there had to be a significant amount of unseen matter, otherwise known as dark matter. Dark matter is something that is invisible and does not emit, reflect, or absorb electromagnetic radiation such as X-rays or radio waves. Therefore, it is largely undetectable. However, it does have interactions with our visible matter by having a measurable gravitational effect on galaxies and galaxy clusters, as Rubin had observed. Now that we understand Rubin's incredible scientific contributions, let's head back to Chile to talk more about. The observatory will be focused on advancing scientific contributions in 4 main areas: understanding dark matter and dark energy, cataloging the solar system, exploring the changing sky, and examining the Milky Way structure and formation. This event has impacted the field of astronomy as it will provide an opportunity to advance our understanding about the nature of dark matter and dark energy. Vera Rubin's contributions to the field of astronomy have challenged our understanding of the universe through her research into dark matter. Now astronomers know the universe has a significant percentage of this dark matter and can continue investigating the nature of this phenomenon. See you next time on Space News!